Good afternoon. It is Friday, August 25th, 2023. You know, modern life is full of inconvenient things. Spent a couple hours dealing with a package delivery customer service today, followed by a trip to Tucson to retrieve a package before it was sent back. All because the driver failed to leave one of those little sticky notes saying delivery had been attempted. It's annoying, aggravating, and inconvenient. But you know, it's not really that big a deal in the larger scheme of things. Every time I get really frustrated with the inanities of life, I'm reminded of passages like the one we're dealing with today. And God reminds me that, quite frankly, my little life inconveniences are not that big of a deal. In Mark chapter 4, verses 24 to 29, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition. It's the follow-up to the story of Herodias and Herod being married and John the Baptist calling them out on it. Scripture says, she went out and asked her mother, "What should I ask for?" Her mother told her, "Ask for the head of John the Baptist." So the girl hurried back to the king and told him, "I want the head of John the Baptist right now on a tray." Then the king deeply regretted what he had said, but because of the vows he'd made in front of his guests, he couldn't refuse her. So he immediately sent an executioner to the prison to cut off John's head and bring it to him. The soldier beheaded John in the prison, brought his head on a tray, and gave it to the girl, who took it to her mother. When John's disciples heard what had happened, they came to get his body and buried it in a tomb. Ugh. One of the most horrifying things recorded in all of Scripture. Now, this daughter was old enough to dance provocatively at the party, but not mature enough to know what she wanted. She asked her evil, vile mother, who wanted John the Baptist killed in a public, disgusting way. John the Baptist was a good man. He was eccentric, but good. He was a righteous man, intent on pleasing God, and not afraid to call out sin in the highest places. And he paid the price for calling out that sin with imprisonment and beheading. John's disciples came and buried the body with respect and dignity, while Herodias enjoyed her grisly trophy. May we do right like John the Baptist, recognizing that when we speak the truth to those in power, we often have a high cost to pay. Doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do. It just means that we need to count our words and make sure that what we're saying is worth the price, that the truth is important, and we need to share and speak the truth when given opportunity. We need to do right like John the Baptist. But may we also remember to keep our frustrations in check, recognizing there are others in the world with much more serious problems. We can just look through the prayer list of any church in America and recognize there are people who are hurting, and their issues are so much more severe than our little inconveniences and frustrations. We need to remember to keep our frustrations in check, recognizing that in the larger scheme of things, some of the things we're frustrated about aren't that big of a deal. Maybe I need to put up a sign or a poster that reminds me, you're not being beheaded today, you're not being imprisoned today. And maybe I need not be so frustrated with the little things and recognize that God sometimes calls his servants to go through some awful, terrible, big things. May we not let the little things rule our lives, that we may show God that we have the strength for whatever he chooses to send our way, and that we have the strength to speak the truth, even if it has a high cost. God bless you.